selection of the candidate for the post of Speaker that has been vacant since 3 months is further affected as sources say there is growing discord between the chairman duo of the ruling Nepal Communist Party. Leaders have urged the party leadership to settle the dispute and field a candidate at the earliest, as many parliamentary proceedings have been affected due to the absence of the Speaker. Good morning, I'm Abhyuday Shrestha, and these are the headlines of the hour. Actions against firms that evade taxes with fake VAT bills limited to petty fines and penalties despite causing huge loss to the state and the consumers. The Defense Ministry prepares a draft bill to form a powerful army intelligence with the authority to carry out search and raids on the public. Law Ministry expresses reservations. After being re-elected as Taiwan's president for a second term, Tsai Ing-wen says China needs to face reality and show the island respect. And David Warner and Aaron Finch score centuries as Australia thrashed hosts India by 10 wickets in the first one-day internationals of the three-match series. Let's begin with the national political updates. Amid indecisions within the ruling Nepal Communist Party regarding the candidate for the vacant post of Speaker, it has been understood that conversations between the party's chairman duo KP Sharma Oli and Pushpa Kamal Dahal have been limited in recent days. Sources say Prime Minister and co-chairman Oli is disappointed after co-chairman Dahal held a gathering at the residence of Vice Chairman Bamdev Gautam. This has further complicated the process of selecting the candidate for the post of Speaker. Chairman Dahal had held a meeting at the residence of Vice Chairman Bamdev Gautam last week. Sources say this has agitated Premier Oli and turned the dynamics between chairman duo Oli and Dahal sour. Oli even boycotted the party secretariat meeting held at his own residence in Balwatar on Sunday this week. The chairman duo have not met since 3 days, and Dahal is in his hometown Chitwan at the moment. This has further delayed the selection process of the candidate for the post of Speaker.
विगत 3 महिनादेखि सभामुख पद रिक्त हुँदाखेरि अथवा संसदको बैठक बोलाएकै हिसाब गर्दाखेरि पनि करिब 25 दिन हुन गयो। पुसको 4 गते बैठक बोलाएको हो। 25 दिनका दौरानमा चाहिँ सभामुख चयन नहुनु असाध्यै दुःखद कुरा हो र जनताको समस्या दैनन्दिन मुखरित हुनुपर्ने संसद चाहिँ लामो समय अवरुद्ध हुनु वास्तवमा त्यो मुलुकका लागि हितकर कुरा होइन, पार्टीका लागि पनि हितकर कुरा होइन, स्वयं संसदका लागि पनि हितकर कुरा होइन। त्यसकारण यो शीघ्र यसबारेमा निर्णय हुनुपर्छ।
The post of Speaker has been vacant for 3 months now, which has affected many parliamentary proceedings. Leaders from the ruling party have thus been piling pressure on the party leadership to resolve the current stalemate.
संसद र जनप्रतिनिधिहरूले निर्वाध आफ्नो अधिकार प्रयोग गर्न नसक्ने स्थिति बन्यो भने देश ठिक बाटोमा जाँदैन। यसलाई छिटोभन्दा छिटो टुङ्गाउनुपर्छ। हामीले पनि नेताहरूलाई त्यही प्रेसर गरिरहेका छौँ कि सभामुखको प्रकरण छिटो टुङ्गाउनुपर्छ। यदि एमसीसीकै विवाद हो भने पनि एमसीसीको बारेमा पनि छलफल गरेर टुङ्गाउनुस्। एमसीसीको विषयमा तपाईहरुको बीचमा एउटा समझदारी बनिसकेपछि मात्रै सभामुख टुङ्गिने हो वा चाहिँ कार्यविभाजन वा बाँडफाँडको विषय नमिलेको हो भने त्यो पनि मिलाउनुस्। तर यो अनिर्णयको बन्दी बनाउनु हुँदैन। नेकपाले बाहिर चाहिँ आम जनतामा पनि नकारात्मक सन्देश जान्छ।
The leadership duo has also not been able to finalize a candidate as there are aspirants from both the former CPN-UML and CPN-Maoist factions. On Monday, the Supreme Court said it would order for a fine and penalty from 5 companies, including the popular Bhatpachini supermarket, for evading taxes by using fake value-added tax VAT bills. However, questions are rife whether fines and penalties are enough for companies that use fake bills and fake entities to dodge taxes to the states, and whether the act should be considered under criminal offense. A special committee formed by the Internal Revenue Department had found 518 firms guilty of evading taxes by using fake VAT bills 8 years ago. Following investigations, the committee had claimed a total of 6.59 billion rupees in taxes from these firms that included 3.07 billion rupees in VAT, 3.033 rupees in 3 billion rupees in income tax and 205 million rupees in additional fees. The Supreme Court found firms including Bhatpatini Supermarket, Arun Intercontinental, Sankar Oxygen Gas and IAT Private Limited, among others, guilty of evading taxes. Majority of these firms were found to have claimed of fake entities and using unofficial bills for transactions. Some have even retrieved VAT by faking transactions. Experts have termed this act as equivalent to printing fake banknotes. Majority of the companies have been found misusing the government-provided right to print their own VAT bills and swindle the customers and the government. Based on the state's criminal code, any individual faking government documents can be slapped up to 7 years in prison. The code also has a provision for 10 years in prison if such act causes loss to anyone. Experts have stated since the Supreme Court has itself held the firms guilty, it is the responsibility of the state to take actions in accordance to the criminal code, since the cases involves using fake bills causing the consumers a loss to discourage such practices in future. We'll take a short break here. We have more news coming up. Welcome back. The government is preparing to table a bill that will provide the Nepal Army the authority of search warrants similar The government is preparing to table a bill that will provide the Nepal Army the authority of search warrants similar to the Nepal Police. A draft for the bill to amend the Military Act 2007 to form a military intelligence body is currently under preparation that would allow the Nepal Army to search and take the public into custody if and when required. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Law has returned the draft to the Defense Ministry, citing the amendment violates one's fundamental rights. The Ministry of Defense has proposed to form a powerful intelligence body under the Nepal Army with an amendment to the Military Act 2007. The amendment includes a clause that allows the proposed intelligence department under the Nepal Army to carry out raids as per requirement. However, the Ministry of Law has returned the draft bill, referring that the clause included in the proposed amendment act would violate the public's fundamental rights. The ministry further questions the necessity of such a department when the Nepal Army already has a Directorate of Military Intelligence. The Directorate of Military Intelligence does not have the authority to carry out search on the public and is required to carry out regular audits. However, the amendment proposes for an intelligence department that does not require periodic audits. The government has already tabled the Nepal Special Service Bill at the Parliament that would give more power to the National Investigation Department. Former security officials opine that the proposed bill, if endorsed intact by the Parliament, would not only create conflict between the army and the police, but also obstruct in the implementation of laws. The Nepal Police is the only entity that looks after security issues related directly to the public. However, the provision of providing the armed police force the authority to take public into custody has already met with criticism. There is a call for the government to reconsider the risks before putting forth bills. And it's time now for the international update. After being re-elected as Taiwan's president for a second term on Saturday, Tsai Ing-wen has told the BBC that China needs to face reality and show the island respect. The 63-year-old president won by a landslide after a campaign in which she focused heavily on the rising threat from Beijing. The Chinese Communist Party has long claimed sovereignty over Taiwan and the right to take it by force if necessary. Tsai insisted that the sovereignty of the self-governing island was not in doubt or up for negotiation. In an exclusive interview with the BBC, Tsai said Taiwan does not need to declare itself an independent state as it is already independent. Such a statement infuriates Beijing, which wants a return to the One China principle favored by the main rival she saw off in the race for President Han Kuo-yu from the Kuomintang Party. It is clear that Tsai believes her victory is proof of how little appetite there now is for the one China concept and the ambiguity it allowed over Taiwan's real status. We have more news coming up, but right now it's time for another short break. Welcome back. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked the locals in Sindhupalchok district, why have the local level been lagging to provide information to the public easily? Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
सूचना अधिकारी तोकिएको हुन्छ तर त्यो कागजमा मात्रै सीमित छ उनीहरुलाई सूचना माग्दाखेरि माथिल्लो निकायसँग सोध्नुपर्छ यसलाई सोध्नुपर्छ भनेर दुःख दिने मात्रै काम भइरहेको छ
जसले सूचना माग्नु हुन्छ स्थानीय निकायहरुमा चाहिँ यावत त्यहाँ चाहिँ धेरै झन्झट र धेरै समस्या हुन्छ र त्यस्तै सहज तरिकाले चाहिँ सूचना पाउने अवस्था चाहिँ छैन
स्थानीय सार्वजनिक निकायले अब सूचना अधिकारीहरु व्यवस्था गरे पनि आम सर्वसाधारणमा सूचनाको अधिकार के हो भन्ने अनभिज्ञताका कारणले गर्दा खासै सूचना पाएको अवस्था चाहिँ देखिदैन
उनीहरुले सञ्चार माध्यमबाट र साथै डिजिटल बोर्डबाट दिएको छ भने कोहीले नदिएको पाइरहेको छ
जनताहरुले कहाँबाट के सूचना पाउँछ भन्ने कुरा नि अनभिज्ञ रहेको र सूचना दिने अधिकारीहरु पनि के सूचना कसलाई के माध्यमबाट दिने भन्ने कुरा नि अन्यलमा रहेको कारणले सूचनाको हक खासै कार्यान्वयनमा भएको छ जस्तो मलाई लाग्दैन
And it's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And here's the question. What would be the best alternative to manage street dwellers? Your options are A, hand over to relatives, B, provide shelter in organizations, and C, don't interfere. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And it's time now for the sports news.
Sports news.
David Warner and skipper Aaron Finch scored centuries as Australia thrashed hosts India by 10 wickets in the first one-day internationals of the three-match series, registering their biggest ODI win in India. In the match played at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai yesterday, India batted first after winning the toss and were bowled out after posting 255 runs in 49.1 overs. At one stage, India were cruising with just one wicket down when the score was 134 in 27 overs. But India faced a batting collapse as they lost the last 9 wickets by adding 121 runs. Opener Shikhar Dhawan was the leading run scorer for India with 74 runs, while KL Rahul also added 47. Mitchell Starc was the pick of the Australian bowlers, grabbing 3 wickets. Chasing a victory target of 256 runs, Australia romped home, scoring 258 runs in 37.4 overs without losing any wickets. David Warner scored an unbeaten 128 off 112 balls, while skipper Aaron Finch contributed 110 runs off 114 balls and remained not out. Together, they put on the highest partnership for any wicket against India as Australia thrashed India by 10 wickets. It was the first time Australia defeated India by 10 wickets in one-day internationals. With yesterday's emphatic win, Australia leads the three-match series 1-0. The second match of the series will be played in Rajkot on Friday, which will start at 1:45 p.m. Nepal time. Back home, Tribhuvan Army Club and Sankata Club settled for a 1-1 draw at the ongoing Martyrs Memorial A-Division League. With the draw, the Army Club have lost their chance to top the league table. In the match held at the Dashrath Stadium in Tripureshwar yesterday, Army opened its account in the 29th minute through Navyug Shrestha's header. Sankata had a chance to equalize in the 38th minute. However, Ernest Tamp failed to utilize the opportunity. Army were brought down to 10 men in the second half as Yuddha Shahi was sent off the field in the 54th minute for tackling Sankata's Lakshman Ruchal. Sankata were awarded a penalty which was rightly utilized by Amit Tamang to level the match. Both the teams failed to score any further goals and settled for a 1-1 draw. And it's time now for our special segment, Laugh Out Loud. A number of traffic rule violations, such as driving under the influence of alcohol, overspeeding, among others, are attributed to increasing road accidents in recent time. Traffic police have been deployed round the clock to monitor such reckless driving.
However, it may sound odd and out of place to know that these traffic police responsible for monitoring rules of the road are sans proper equipment. It has come to light that the Dhading traffic police, required to monitor some 13,000 vehicles plying the busy Dhading junction on a daily basis, are without proper equipment to check these careless drivers. Dhading, that connects 67 different districts to the federal capital Kathmandu, sees at least 3 accidents on a daily basis. Overspeeding, driving under the influence, and reckless overtaking are mainly attributed to these increasing accidents. However, the traffic police in Dhading roads have lacked modern technology and equipment to control these rampaging drivers. This is Abhyuday Shrestha for Kantipur News Desk.
And now, before wrapping up, here's a look at the top stories once again. Actions against firms that evade taxes with fake VAT bills limited to petty fines and penalties, despite causing huge loss to the state and the consumers. The Defense Ministry prepares a draft bill to form a powerful army intelligence with the authority to carry out search and raids on the public. Law Ministry expresses reservations. After being re-elected as Taiwan's president for a second term, Tsai Ing-wen says China needs to face reality and show the island respect. And David Warner and Aaron Finch score centuries as Australia thrashes hosts India by 10 wickets in the first one-day internationals of the 3-match series. And that's all for the moment. Keep watching Kantipur Television HD for more news and entertainment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.